Hello friends, welcome to my channel Speak Root. Today we're going to listen to a powerful story based on I failed my first 10 interviews because of English. It's going to be emotional, deep, and maybe even life-changing. If you're new here and haven't subscribed yet, please do, because I upload one inspiring English learning story every single day. I sat on the cold plastic chair, hands sweating inside my lap. The HR manager glanced at my resume, then at me. "Can you tell me about yourself?" she asked, her tone flat. My lips moved, but nothing came out, just air. And in that silence, I lost my 10th interview. I was always a good student, top of my class in maths, decent in science, always on time. But when it came to English, I was average at best. Not because I wasn't smart, but because I was scared. Growing up in a small town, we didn't speak English at home. We spoke Hindi, sometimes a bit of broken English in school, but no one really spoke it fluently. And because of that, I never thought it mattered until the job market hit me like a slap. The first company I applied to was a dream, a software firm with an office in Bangalore. I studied hard for the written test, cleared it. When I got the call for the interview, I thought, finally, this is it. I wore my father's blazer. It didn't quite fit, but I felt proud. I looked like a professional. I entered the office nervous but hopeful, and then the questions started. In English. Fast, fluent, ruthless. I tried answering, but the words inside me didn't come out right. They came out broken, mispronounced, and childish. I saw the panel exchange looks, and I knew I'd lost before I even finished. That was the first. Then came the second, the third, the 10th. Each rejection felt heavier. Each time the same polite email. "We regret to inform you." I used to tell myself, "It's okay, I'll try again." But after the 10th failure, I stopped applying. I couldn't take the humiliation anymore. My friends started getting placed. One by one, they wore suits, clicked pictures, and got jobs. Their parents posted it on Facebook. And me? I stopped checking my notifications. My father never said anything cruel, but I could see the worry in his eyes. He would quietly put job ads on the table during breakfast. My mother? She just prayed. One night, I overheard her talking to my uncle. "He's smart, but his English is weak," she whispered. "He freezes in interviews." That night I cried silently under my blanket. Not because they were wrong, but because I knew it was true. I didn't touch my books for a week, didn't update my resume, didn't apply anywhere. I felt like a failure, not just in English, but in life. I started avoiding my friends. I didn't want to answer the same questions. Any news? Still looking? I began questioning everything. Maybe I'm not meant for this. Maybe I'll end up doing nothing. One day I saw a childhood photo of myself, a tiny boy holding a book with a wide smile. I stared at it for a long time, and then I did something strange. I opened a notebook and wrote one line. "I will speak English one day, without fear." It was the first time I had made a promise to myself. That night, I didn't sleep much, but I made a plan, a small one. No coaching, no expensive course, just me and a rule. 1 hour every day. I called it my silent hour. No phone, no distractions, just me trying to speak, listen, and think in English. At first, I recorded my voice on my cheap phone. I sounded horrible, like a robot, but I kept going. Every night, I'd pick a topic and speak into my recorder. Myself, my favorite movie, my weakness, my goals. Then I started watching English interviews. Not Hollywood, not fantasy, just simple, real interviews. Of Indian people, how they paused, how they smiled, how they recovered from mistakes. I mimicked them, word by word, smile by smile. It felt stupid at first, but slowly it became addictive. Next, I picked a book, just one, a simple one with short chapters. Every day, I read 2 pages out loud. Not fast, not perfect, just clear. Over weeks, something strange began to happen. I stopped translating from Hindi. Words began to form naturally. I even caught myself thinking in English sometimes. The real magic? I started enjoying it. 4 months passed. One evening, I saw a new job opening. Customer support executive in a telecom company. Not my dream job, but I decided to try. The interview was at 10 a.m. sharp. This time, I didn't borrow my father's blazer. I wore a simple white shirt, tucked in neatly. I took a deep breath before entering. "Tell me about yourself," the lady said. I smiled, and this time, I spoke. Was I perfect? No. Did I fumble? A little. But I kept going. I didn't freeze. I didn't blank out. At the end, she smiled back and said, "Your confidence is impressive." 2 days later, I got the call. I was selected. The salary was basic. The work was hard, but I loved it. Because every day, I got to speak to people across the country. Sometimes angry customers, sometimes kind ones. Each call made me sharper. Each shift made me stronger. And slowly, English became a part of me. I started hosting team meetings, trained new recruits, even gave a presentation to the regional head one day. In English, with slides, with confidence. Years later, I opened my old email, searched for those 10 rejections. I smiled. Back then, they felt like punishment. Now I see them as preparations. If I hadn't failed, I wouldn't have changed. If I hadn't cried, I wouldn't have promised myself anything. My biggest weakness became my biggest strength because I stopped running and started speaking. So I felt the sweat, the shame, the silence, but I changed. Not because I'm special, but because I was consistent. Start small, 1 hour, one book, one voice note. Forget fluency, focus on courage. You don't need to sound foreign, you just need to be understood. You just need to speak without fear. If speaking fluent English has been a struggle for you too, I know how it feels. I went through it too, but one small thing changed my life, something I still use. I've left a special link in the description for you. Don't forget to check it out. Thank you for listening to my story. If it touched you, please share it with someone who needs hope today. And don't forget to subscribe to Speak A Root because every day there's a new story waiting for you. Take care, and remember, you are bigger than your fear. Thank you, friends.